Hi, Aqua. How you doing? Whoa. 10 of coins. I like it. First card out. Oh, but it's Celtic Cross, so... Feeling okay. What's the issue with your 10 of coins? 8 of Swords. What's stopping you from your 10 of coins? Max, move, go. Your tangible abundance, your shared financial situation is your mental state. Maybe it's like a disaster thinking or feeling stuck in some way, or you felt like you were under certain circumstances where it was like hard to expand or work on your business. Maybe it could have been to family responsibilities, or it was like financial responsibilities towards your family or your relationship, or it was like, or even like feeling a blockage or a boundary in your life, and it's like, I don't know, you felt like you were bound. Like things weren't progressing or moving, and you were having trouble, like it started to really affect you. Your foundation. I feel like it is your state of mind. The causes of your situation is like, this is like a clarity. Light was shown on something that was in the dark. You want some clarity, you want happiness. And it was like something revealed itself, and you know, you found out it was like, wow, it's whatever revealed itself. Maybe it was like your state of mind that was just making you see things in a skewed perspective. You have a lot of responsibilities, or maybe you took on a lot of responsibilities and you felt bound and stuck to those responsibilities, and it stopped you from expanding. And it's like maybe you went down a certain path to have a lot more happiness and, you know, and working together in some kind of way. But it's like you found out that, wow, it's like what I thought it wasn't, you know, like I thought it was everyone else, but it was my state of mind. Or it could have been somebody, it could have been like, maybe you thought it was you, and it was like somebody that was kind of sabotaging you in a way, or keeping money from you. Or I feel like there was like some kind of financial situation, like it was someone that was stopping you from getting some kind of payout or some kind of inheritance or some kind of settlement, or blocking your path to get, like, you know, a financial expansion. In the past, this was due to a 5 of Cups. This was due to loss. This was due to a feeling like crying over spilled milk of what once was. And, you know, it could have even have been some kind of feeling of regret that like you wasted time, or you wasted your resources on things in general, or this person, or down paths, or people that like just took you for a ride, or, you know, like you squandered some kind of opportunity, or, you know, it was like, or just you were maybe you're even going through some kind of depression. Or you were just feeling like rejected a lot, or just kind of like regret. Yeah, it's like you're feeling some kind of regret or depression. about your life and the state of the world. But you went through a lot of dark places in your life, and you had a lot of dark situations in your life, but you know, it's something that you could turn this like disaster into, and this like darkness that you've had to go through into like knowledge, into a way to teach, into a way to teach other people how you were able to get through it. But it feels like everything that you were going towards and going through, it felt like it was just being blocked. And you know, and maybe it was like self-sabotage too. Like feeling regretful about something because you didn't see something in particular, or you feel like, well, somebody is blocking my expansion, or life, the universe is making me feel stuck. There's nothing I can do. No matter what I do, I keep trying, and it's like it's never enough. And it's like there's whatever happened, it's shown a light on it into why that was happening. Maybe you trusted too much, or you wanted to help too much, or it's like you invested too much in people who didn't do the same investment to you. And it's like there's people here that's like kept away something, or maybe that you like, it's like a family member or relationship or loved one says, I don't have money, I don't have money. And they were living off of you, you were taking care of everything, and it turns out that they had a lot of money and they could have been helping the whole time, but they were just kind of selfish, you know? Or it was like this person, like, you know, had a payout or an inheritance, or it could have been siblings that had some kind of inheritance, or some kind of soulmate situation, family, lovers, or friends, that you were supposed to get some kind of money, and it's like they did everything that they could to keep you bound and stuck from going towards it. Because they wanted to block your expansion. They didn't want you to achieve something in particular, and it's like you found this out. It was like, wow, it's like Judas. You were working against me this whole time, you know? Like you never wanted the best for me. You just wanted to use me for my resources, or, you know, like what I had. And it's like, I feel like you're starting to get an inkling that things are being hidden from you. And you found out only a little bit of it, and that enough was like eye-opening. But I feel like there's more things that you don't know that's going to be coming out. Things that were hidden from you or kept from you, and it was made to just keep things away. Maybe it could have been family members that didn't want to give you some kind of inheritance because they didn't want it, didn't want to see you expand. Maybe it could have been family that was putting some nasty spell work on you, and they were keeping you, like they put some kind of binding spell from keeping you from expanding. I feel like it was a soulmate union, and it was like, oh damn, it was you this whole time. I saw this in Aries too. It could have been somebody with Pisces in their chart, or, you know, there was secrets that you weren't completely seeing, and now it's going to be coming out fully. And this is something that's right up ahead of you, because already what you found out was life-changing. It was life-altering. And it was like, wow, like, I can't believe it. But now in the future, it's going to be even more so. There's going to be more secrets coming out, things that you didn't know even more. And it's like, holy moly, like, I can't believe it. Like maybe this person had a secret double life like you didn't know about, or, you know, like maybe this person, like, your family members was keeping all kinds of like shit from you, or you found out your family member or loved one, or, you know, a significant other, or was stealing from you. And it's like, The Hermit in reverse. Maybe you kept company that you shouldn't have. There's people that who weren't looking out for your best interest. It was like bad connections. It was like, you know, people that weren't working for you as you were working for them. Because maybe it was like a fear of being alone, or a lack of like introspecting, or, you know, it was like just taking everything at cost. Because it's like maybe you didn't want to see something. And that's why it was so easy to keep it from you. You see yourself from coming out of being stuck. Whatever the situation was, it was a repeat. It could have been a repeat of multiple mistakes. And it was keeping bad company. People who weren't looking out for your best interests. People who was trying to just block you at every turn. And it was something that you didn't want to see, which kept it really easy for you to see. But it was like a truth that was so blinding and so clear, and it was right up in your face that you couldn't look away any longer, that you had to kind of face it. Maybe you're afraid to be alone, but yet when you were with this person or situation, you still felt alone and isolated. Actually, you know, I still feel you kind of being stuck. It could be like a self-sabotage. It was like your state of mind and your emotions is getting the best of you. And it's like, maybe it's time to pull yourself out of the cold. And it was like, maybe it was a fear of being alone, or you're starting to feel lonely, and then you started to deal with people that you haven't dealt with for a long time, but then you remember that, oh shit, that's why I don't deal with you. That's why I didn't deal with you, is because like you guys are pieces of shit. You know what I mean? Like, and you were keeping the wrong company, and like you found out like, holy crap, like, and maybe this people like just, or this person or this group, or many different kind of energies would just, like, they were stuck in their lives and they wanted you to be stuck like with them, you know, like that crabs in a pot. Two of Clubs in reverse. They see you as no longer wanting to work together with them. It could have been a breakup or a separation, or a separation from a job or a career path, and it's like the secret is out. Maybe you even stayed with them because of financial means, like this was a shared household situation and you thought it would be less of a burden to you, but it became more of a burden to you. And maybe it was because of that fear of being alone, or wanting to overdo or overwork, and it was like, you know, like you would let people cross your boundaries in some kind of way. And it's like, or it's like maybe you would let your emotions kind of get the best of you and hold you back, and it starts to block your intuition. And I feel like, you know, the high priestess in reverse, the high priestess is like, they're like a spiritualist, somebody in the occult, and maybe it could have been like some kind of spell work, and it was like it was a family member or someone close to you or a lover. It was like, okay, if I can't be with you, then I'm going to make sure that you don't achieve anything, you know? And maybe they were sabotaging you behind a wave, like you had a business or something, and like they were sabotaging you somehow or embezzling from you somehow. And it's like, now that the secret is coming out, now it's like they don't want to work with you, or you don't want to work with them. Two of Coins, dropping the burden. You hope and fear to drop the burden. Your hope and fear to drop the juggling and overdoing and taking care of everyone else's responsibilities. Like, you want to lighten your load, and you want to move away from people who just bring burdens into your life, and who just kind of like, you want an end to the blockages, like of like, you feel like there's something that was always blocking you. And I feel like there was being some bad juju being put up against you. And, you know, it was like everything you did, you had to work like 10 times as hard. And there is you know, Aquarius and Scorpio has their own curse. Scorpio is, no matter what they have or what they get or what they achieve, they'll always feel empty, and they'll never really feel the enjoyment of it. It's like a karmic curse. Like, this is in Vedic, like, you know, astrology. And as Aquarius, they have the curse of being in karmic situations where you're forced to like take care of everyone around you and overdo, and everybody around you just like, you're forced to like take care of them. Like, if you get a pet, it turns out they have a chronic illness. Like, if you know, like you have a kid, it turns out, like with somebody, and it turns out you're ending up raising the kid alone. And, you know, you have a parent that is like healthy at the time, but then they expect you to take care of everything and for them, like they're already old as crap. And, you know, or they could be, or somebody with a health issue that could have been your loved one, and yet, like, you know, and then you gave everything to this person, and it's like a loss of vitality. And that's a curse too. It's like, no matter what situation I find myself in, I always feel like I'm being drained, you know, or because there's always somebody, my family members, like I love, but like I feel bound by this love that I have to overdo and overwork. I see this a lot in Taurus as well. And it's like, it is a curse, you know. I don't know the full story about that, but I remember that part, because I mean, in Western I have Aquarius, and in Vedic I have, in both I have Scorpio. It's like, whoa. There is a separation to a family unit or a coupling or a business partnership, and you're moving away from this. And it was definitely something that was, you definitely had a karmic tie to this person. It was a close relationship. And it was somebody that you weren't listening to your intuition about. And it was like something you didn't want to see. And now everything is going to come out of how much this person was really screwing you over. The outcome is that you're going to be moving away from this, and you hope to be having some kind of support, you know. And it's like, well, if you're not going to be around to support me, well, at the very least, like, don't hinder me, you know, but it was like this person was like, it was parasitic. It's not only enough that you were taking care of them or you were giving enough, but it was also that they were stopping you because they wanted to keep you stuck and bound. This could have been somebody with a Gemini in their chart, or you could have Gemini in your chart. Or Leo, Pisces, Virgo. But you're ready to drop the burden and you're ready to move on. What's underneath is the moon. You don't know what's underneath. You don't know what's going to happen, what you're going towards, what you're, you know. What is the moon? Something you don't see, secrets being kept. About a lover situation moving forward. This could have been a lover who kind of like, you know, a marriage even, or a relationship, or, you know, or a family situation. It's like they kept you bound, and it's like they kept you stuck. And if it was a marriage situation, it was somebody who acted like, you know, they wanted to be with you and stay with you, but yet they treated you like crap. Because they could have had someone else on the side. And what you don't know, what you don't see, is that they had plans to move towards them. This person has secrets, or maybe you do, Aquarius. And maybe you were making plans for this because you were unhappy. And if it was you, it was like you had other plans to go towards somebody that you did have interest in or you were happy with, because you put yourself in a family situation that it felt like really restrictive. And you didn't want to be within it anymore, or they didn't. And that's the secret that's going to be coming out, because somebody is moving ahead into something new. And it could be even a new person that they're going towards, or you could be going towards. You know, this could be like, you know, those people who are in relationships, or maybe you did this as well. I don't know. It's like they were done with the relationship. They didn't want to be in the relationship, or they didn't want to work with this person anymore, or, you know, like, but they didn't want to say it, and yet they just became, I feel like this is a love relationship, though, in this regard, and maybe there's many situations in this, but it's like this person didn't want to be in the relationship anymore, but they didn't want to say anything. Instead, they just totally kind of like checked out. You know, they felt stuck in it, but then, you know, maybe it was the marriage that you married too soon and you found out that you weren't really happy anymore, or, you know, it was a relationship that you rushed into too quickly and, you know, you found out like it wasn't really for you, but instead of breaking up with the person, they just like were just going through the motions and doing what they think that they had to do, or just doing as little as possible with the hopes that you'll take that responsibility and break up with them. Or maybe you did this to somebody because you or they didn't want to be the one to do it. But it's like you kept yourself in this situation, and it made you feel really stuck and dejected, and like it's like a loss of vitality and hope for anything better. And it was like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to move though. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything to change it though. You know? It's like, I'll just wait till somebody makes that decision for me. And, you know, and I won't do anything. And it's like, In the past, somebody was grieving, like they were coming out of some like loss, and that's when they came in, man holding a coin, like they gave you some kind of offer, or you gave somebody some kind of offer, because it was like you're trying to get out of some kind of grief, or somebody was getting out of some kind of grief, and or they wanted to get out of some kind of grief and, you know, run from their pain somehow. And it's like they saw you as an opportunity to do that. And, you know, they rush into a relationship really quick, and they find out, wow, that doesn't fulfill me. Because, you know, it's like, it's not the person that's going to fulfill you completely. It's like you have to be fulfilled within yourself to be able to be happy within a relationship, not find that perfect person to fulfill all your needs. Because if you look for it like that, you're going to be disappointed. It's like you have to find your own happiness and fulfillment in order to get that happiness and fulfillment, or else you'll always be searching for that fulfillment, and you'll expect other people to give you that fulfillment, but it's something that they can't give you. It's something that you could only get yourself. Now, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. That is the crown chakra. It represents states of higher consciousness and divine connection. Like somebody was going through some kind of darkness, or maybe you were, and maybe they saw you as a light source and they thought that you could heal them, and it became an expectation for you to heal them. And it's like and it was like a light source of somebody that was in the darkness, and it's like they try to keep you bound in order to keep kind of feeding off of you. It was someone kind of like, it started to become a really parasitic kind of energy. But you still felt like you couldn't leave because you felt bound to it for some reason. Maybe it was a marriage or a long-term relationship, or taking care of family members or situations or everything. And it's like, I can't work on what I need to do because I have all these responsibilities and I feel stuck. And maybe they kept you stuck with, like, you know, because maybe you stayed stuck in it because you thought that you loved this person, or this person thought that you loved them, and they could just keep you bound to kind of drain you for everything that you got and your worth. Or maybe you felt stuck from walking away because you love this person or this situation or this career path or job, and you felt bound to all of your other responsibilities, and it stopped you from being able to do anything, and it felt like you had no support. And maybe you were the main breadwinner and this person wasn't really contributing all that much, or, you know, and it's like you felt like you had to take care of this person all the time because they weren't taking initiative. But then it turned out like they had some secrets that are coming out, and maybe they were stealing from you, or maybe they were cheating on you, or maybe they were embezzling, you know. It was like somebody was embezzling or stealing from you. Or, you know, it's like your bosses were like, you know, like they had a raise that they didn't give you, or inheritance that you were supposed to get but you didn't have. But I feel like something is going to come out. You stayed for as long as you did because of your feeling of being bound, and you loved this situation, but you were unhappy because you felt responsible for everything. And you felt bad from walking away because although you loved this person, you weren't in love with them anymore. And maybe that was the issue. And you're like, maybe it'll change, maybe it'll get better. And you're always fighting, and there's always an issue. But then you find out that they're the reason why there's always an issue. Or this person checked out completely and acted like that they were You know, like, oh, but they loved you. They still didn't want you to go, but then yet they were cheating on you. They just didn't want you to go. You know, they wanted their cake and eat it too. But I feel like in the future, something is going to come out and reveal itself to you. And the reason why you kept yourself chained to this so long is because you did love this person. Whatever secrets that's going to come out, it's going to cause an ending. Whatever lie that was hidden, it will be uncovered. If this person kept you stuck, maybe there was like, you know, this person could have said that they were pregnant to, you know, keep you trapped in a relationship, and it turns out that they weren't. Or, you know, it turns out like, you know, it's something like that. It's some kind of secret like that. And whatever secret that came out, it was like, wow, like I did so much, I cared so much, I put so much effort. And it's like, damn, it's like, you know, this is how you do me. But it's going to cause an ending, whatever secret that's going to come out. And I don't know exactly what it is. But it's like, you had to do everything for this person. This person was like totally helpless, and it's like they weren't helping themselves. And you're like, oh God, I just have to let go, and I have to just drop this dead weight. But it's like you weren't even really like attracted to this situation anymore. You didn't feel creativity. And it's like something that you want to get back. You want this creativity and passion and like, this is your sacral chakra. Creative, it represents creative and sexual energies. Now that you're no longer dealing with this person, it's definitely coming back. You're getting your creativity again, and you know, like, and before you felt blocked, like this person was putting some kind of binding spell on you. They were blocking your intuition, your creativity, like your expansion, because they wanted to control you. They wanted to keep you put because maybe you had some kind of resources that they were benefiting from. This person saw your light. This people saw your light, and they were feeding off of you. And it kept you from your spiritual path because, like, because they were totally sabotaging you. They were keeping you bound. I feel like they were doing spell work on you. And I see some heavy manipulation. But I feel like whatever that's being done, it's going to come into light. And there will be a separation between this parasitic situation. You realize this isn't your divine path. And they can't find the light within themselves, so they wanted to steal yours. You realize that this person was working against you, that they were sabotaging you, that they were putting spell work on you. And intuitively, they were isolating you. They could have been ultra controlling, keeping you away from family, your friends, your passions. And it was like you felt, the reason why you kept on going back towards this is because like maybe you felt energetically stuck to this person. I feel like there was some kind of pull that this person had. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Fourth chakra is the heart. It represents self-love, and it governs our relationship. You're coming out of self-isolation. You're gaining clarity, and your intuition is starting to open up again. This person has been blocking it to keep you stuck. And I feel like this was a spiritual lesson as well, in order for you to find your self-love, in order to be able to walk away from things that aren't good for you, that's not working for you, that keep you stuck and hold you back, and to realize who really isn't good for you. And if they don't help you grow and support you on that, then they're really just sabotaging you. But there's going to be movement ahead, which you don't see. Maybe you got someone coming towards you. And coming towards you fast. They could have Cancer in Gemini and heavy Cancer. I feel like a Cancer is coming towards you. Maybe you have a Cancer within your future. And this could be a better relationship, somebody who wants to actually work with you and support you. And it's going to help you actually expand. Because that's what you need. And it doesn't matter how much you feel about a person. If they don't support you in your endeavors, in the end, they're just keeping you bound. You may not see it yet, and you may have kind of given up hope. But I feel like there's better things coming along your way. Just stay optimistic and keep working towards it, because things won't improve unless you make consistent action towards it and movement. And I feel whatever you're going to, maybe it's a move, maybe it's a relocation, maybe it's a change of job, maybe it's just moving away from a person or location. It's going to open up a whole lot of new doors to you, and possibly even a new relationship, something better for you. But that's what I got for you, Aquarius, and I'll talk to you later. Donation box below if you feel moved to do so. Bye.